Okay. Shh, ignore what you see. Ah! I am frozen! Why has no one told me that I've been frozen this whole time? The gasp. Let me fix it quickly. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. Boop, boop. Fix my camera. This one? This one. Perfect. It's just these older games that don't really get captured by stream elements, so you have to capture your entire window versus like the actual box itself. Shh. Secrets. Shh, shh, shh. Pretend there's magic. Also, I had to grab myself my own drink. Anyway. Last tab. Hello and welcome back to Silver Falls. The trolls are the same as before. In case it hadn't been very apparent. We'd like to kindly remind you that there are puzzles that combine logic, memory, and knowledge. Knowledge that I apparently do not have. That last drop. Frequent saves and use of pen and paper to take notes about details is recommended. Oh! I wonder if a lot of people got stumped by that cipher and they're like, yeah, paper pen. 2 weeks before the incidents at the Silver Creek Falls, we're in Munich. Find the police station and speak to Polizeioperator Hotzel. Not Polizei Commissioner? Wow. I'm Bill/Mark. Hello, ich würde gern mit Polizeioperator Hotzel zum Sprechen. Hi, I would like to talk to Police Officer Hotzel, please. Ah, Inspector Walchenham, am I correct? Ah, you speak English, wonderful. Sorry, was my awful German so obvious? A little, but it's fine. German is a very hard language, so I appreciate it when people try to speak it. That we do. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Whoop. Someone speaks German to me. Gone. I am gone. But only if it's like not their native tongue. Like if it's somebody who naturally speaks German, it's like, hey, you speak German. What type of? It's your language. But if it's somebody who's like, I'm gonna learn German so I can say hi to you, I'll be like, so. Polizeioperator Hotzel told me he was meeting you this morning. I think he should be ready to see you now. Wonderful, dankeschön. But also, who doesn't appreciate when someone talks to them in their native tongue? It's just like, this is not your language, and yet you took the effort to learn? Beautiful. Hans, how are you, old friend? The gold stars suit you. Mark. Willkommen. Welcome. Have you had breakfast yet? Yes, I had a strudel with some hot chocolate earlier. So is your team ready? Have they gone through the drills I instructed? Yes, we've run them quite a few times. I must say, Mark, it sure feels great being back in action. It'll be good to work side by side again. About that. I'll be here to help drill and brief your team, but unfortunately I have to fly to the US next week to finalize some business. So is this it? Yep, big fish. I leave this in your care. Don't worry, I won't fail you, old friend. How old? Because I look like I'm 20-something. You look older. I know you won't, Hans. Present day, unknown location, North Carolina. You can park your car overnight here, son. I know the owner of this convenience store. Okay, then. Can't we go to a hotel? I know this fantastic hotel not too far away from here. They have ears everywhere. We'll talk up in my cabin. Let's go. Can we at least talk about what just happened? You rushed us straight to the car and had us drive here without... way over the speed limit, excuse me. Theoretically, we should have stayed with the bodies and called in reinforcements. There was no time. Besides, more men were coming and I would have had to fight them all off. Let's go to my cabin. We'll talk more there. It's just beyond this path you see here. Pretend I am not. So technically, Nina didn't kill. Sheriff Lee Davis killed. So he wanted your blood. There you go. What do you need? Take that look path to the right and keep following it. You should see a little orchard. Please pick up some fruit and some firewood. All right. All right. I have to watch you leave. Watch you. Okay. Oh. Non-union caseworker episodic series. An email about potential job. I'm still in a bit of shock, to be honest. Thank God that Lee Davis was there to save us. Save is a strong word. But how did he know we'd be there? Let's not forget that he did leave clues behind for other cops to find out what he knew. It's not impossible to assume that he'd be tracking us too. Do you think we can trust him? Yeah, he could have killed us right after killing those guys in hazmat suits, but he didn't. Clearly, he wants to work with us to solve the case. Yes, but we really should have stayed at the crime scene and waited for reinforcements. Shall I call the Bertie County Police? Please don't. This time you're here with the FBI instead of by invitation from local police, so we should keep it in FBI hands. I'll give my unit chief a call when we get to the orchard. Sounds good. Now! God, these sensitive little walkways. We go up and they're like, oh, up? You mean left? Perfect. Is this the orchard? Firewood added to inventory. Okay, so this is firewood. Okay, how much? I have fruit, please. Firewood. Firewood. Good. Oh. This must be an orchard. I'm gonna call my unit chief now. Have a rest for a while if you like. I'll pick some fruit with you when I'm done talking. It's okay, I'm not too tired. I'll pick some now and I'll be back when I picked enough. Cool. What is enough? How many apples? Only green trees that have apples? I think this is enough. Okay, perfect. Get out. So what did your unit chief say? He told me to stick with Lee Davis for now as he's a person of interest. They're sending a team over to that secret lab to investigate. That looked really bad, just like the rooms in the sorority. Do you think it was human experimentation? Oh, we'll know after the FBI team gets there. I already sent my chief the photos from inside, so he has an idea of what type of crew to send. Besides, I have a feeling this case isn't so simple. We should talk to Lee and see what he knows. He's been following this case from the shadows for a while. Surely he knows something we don't. I think we have enough firewood and apples. Let's head back. Best friends with Faith was really loud. Oh. So we're playing the character Faith. Could be fun. It's always so weird, like, looking at acting gigs and being like, am I worthy? And it's like, I'd rather give it to my friends who are, like, hardcore passionate about this. Whereas me, I'm like, I just want to have fun. I just want to be silly. And it's like, you've appeared on TV. And it's like, I know, I just want to be silly. Which is still crazy to think that I've appeared on TV. Welcome to my cabin. Did you get the fruit and firewood? Yes, here it is. Thanks. But can we talk about what just happened? Everyone in Silver Creek Falls thinks you're either dead or you abandoned them. It's a long story. Oh, I'm sipping. So much carnage with no resistance in entering the house, it's bizarre. It's true, normally you'd think after the first murder at least one of the other girls would have heard something, locked themselves in their room, or tried to escape or fight, right? Exactly. Furthermore, it was their neighbors that reported that they had heard singing and chanting. So they all were in the same room. Isn't it strange that they didn't hear screams if they'd been assaulted? Yeah. So I went there to investigate again. As I walked through to the bedrooms, I heard a faint scratching in the room most to the right. I walked to the room, and as I entered the room, I caught a brief look at... What was it? It's mighty hard to describe. It was the size of a full-grown man, but had a smooth coat like a beaver or an otter. But the hair was whitish gray. Abominable snowman? No. What's the thing with the long legs? That looks like a ghost. No. What? I only caught a brief look at it when it lunged at me and attacked me. It knocked me down to the floor and began trying to pin me down. Fortunately, I was able to push it off, then punch it in the chest. As I stood up, it lunged at me again, but I was able to land a hook on its face, and I knocked it back 2 or 3 feet. It then scurried away into one of the giant holes in the ground. My God. So those do lead somewhere. So what did you do after? I realized that whatever I had just fought was not normal. I had already felt a presence tailing me for a while, so I then knew I truly was not safe. I then packed up my stuff, left the note and cassettes for someone to find, and redeployed to my secret cabin. You abandoned your town. You coward. Why did you do it? Yes, his deputy might have only been on the job for 3 months, but it was in capable hands. Sarah, calm down. Let the man speak. Let's not forget he just saved our lives. Military strategy. When you do not know your enemy, it is best to redeploy to buy time so one can analyze the situation. I knew that if I typed my report telling it as it happened and then requested reinforcements, no one in Rayleigh would have believed me. So I did what I had to. Disappeared. Why didn't you tell Deputy Hill? Who's dead, by the way. Simple. I expected the boy to inform his superiors in Rayleigh that I had gone missing so they would assign a new sheriff. Of course, he just faked your signature and got Inspector Moore and I on the case instead. And later, the FBI too. It all went even better than I expected. Theoretically. What do you mean by theoretically? My strategy was to investigate from the shadows. It's a lot easier to keep your eyes on things like this when you don't have to appear in the public eye. Furthermore, I expected the pressure from the FBI to show cracks in the case and finally reveal who was behind all this. But then the FBI pulled out of the case and only left Agent West and myself. Now, someone with some power pulled people away from this investigation. That's so suspicious. Cats. So how was that you were in the exact right place to save Agent Valdez and myself? I had actually been tailing you two after Agent West was murdered, which is why I also left you those convenient clues so you could follow and find out what I knew and perhaps use your status, Agent Valdez, as an FBI agent and then be able to go deeper into the case. I see. So when we discovered the secret lab, why didn't you reveal yourself to us so you could go inside as well? Just as you two reached the park and entered the lab, I saw a group of armed men approaching. I knew they meant to eliminate you two, so I killed them and hid their bodies. After that, I stood guard close to the secret lab in case they sent more men. Which they did at the end. Thanks for that. Just doing my duty, son. So what'd you see inside? Here, let me show you the photos I took. Is it okay if I go and lie down for a while? We were up all night in that secret lab. Certainly, go ahead and use my bedroom. I just put in fresh sheets. You put in fresh sheets? Put on fresh sheets. In the other room. Go ahead and take that for that. I'll be sleeping on the couch. Okay, right? We should see. I'm gonna investigate anything to surprise. There's privacy. Alright, 1990. Honestly, the couch looked comfier. Ooh! Hello, dream? Hello? Welcome, traveler. Where am I? This place is known as Espera, the home of espers. Espera? You are a seeker of truth, no? Go forth and hear the chants of the espers. All I can think of is the Pokemon Esper. Sure, touch it. Everyone in the sorority died because of me. It's all my fault. I can never let this go. They will never forgive me. Esper gem collected. Okay. I was the first in my family to go to college. They were all so proud of me when I got accepted. Now what? Ooh! Was I the first? Yes and no. Because my sister went, but like, it wasn't like a college in the traditional sense. It was like one of those like tech trade school colleges. Which then it's like, okay, technically no, because she went to higher education first, because older. But also yes, but at the same time no, because I didn't go to a traditional college either, but at least mine was a bit more traditional than hers. Maybe. We both went to very weird colleges. None of them are traditional. There was no like, oh, this time for break, or I gotta pick my major. Like, we didn't have that. Didn't have that. It was just like, what do you want to do? Art? Cool. Get in here. Rebecca, where are you? What happened to us? Dead. Colonel, can you hear me? Did I do my duty? I hope so. I'm just... It's a duty. It's childish, I know. I worked so hard, took 2 jobs to pay the bills. I could have been a doctor. I should have been a doctor. Oh, that's the best friend who got murdered. This place and the Espers, they're so sad. Who are you? Who am I is not important. Have I died? Are you an angel? Angel? It's funny, I haven't heard that term for so long. Some would call me an angel, others would call me a demon. I also go by the title the Interloper, the Guardian of Espers, or Patron of Truth. You don't have a lot of friends, do you? Call me Alpheus for now. I know you humans enjoy calling each other by first names. Somebody's been by himself for a while. Humans? But this is a fun concept they've thrown in. Brother, I'm so sorry. I should have listened. Now my blood mixes with the hot sand. Sua sponte. Is that Latin? Is that Latin? Sua sponte? In law, sua sponte, or suo moto, describes an act of authority taken without formal prompting from another party. The term is usually applied to actions by a judge taken without a prior motion or request from the parties. Sua sponte, of one's own accord, voluntarily. So you mixed your blood with the sand voluntarily? Is that right? I didn't ask for this. I thought rural policemen didn't die. This job was supposed to be easy. I was such a fool. Oh, it's the deputy. Oh. All I wanted to do was protect my country. I worked so hard and followed all the rules. They say the greatest honor for those like me is to die in the line of duty. Was it all worth it? I hope Leia will be fine now that I'm gone. I hope they don't come after her. I miss her so much. I wish I could see her beautiful smile one last time. Sad. The Espers, are they the souls of those killed? Souls, yes. I believe that is what you humans call it. The Espers represent the voices of those who left too early. Those whose time was cut short by injustice, their voices muted. The Espers represent their dreams, desires, and regrets, their love, their soul. I tend to them here in my garden, but it must be a seeker like you who must find their truth so they can reach fruition and be at peace. You've spent enough time here, Seeker. It is time for you to return. Farewell, Seeker. Wait, I have so many questions. I know you do. That is why I made you their Seeker. Wait, what? The sun is rising. I must go, Seeker. What? Will I ever see you again? Yes, in time. Farewell! I feel like this is like a Benadryl dream. You just wake up like, huh? What happened? It's like, did you sleep good? I don't know, man. A bunch of dead people talk to me. I have the wildest dream. Where my bros at? Yeah, man. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Like a baby. Actually, I kind of had a weird dream, but I'm sure babies get weird dreams too. By the way, I never got your first name. Rodrigo. Named after my grandfather. In high school and college, everyone called me Rod, though. Rod. Cool. So any news from your unit, Chief? They're gonna do a major investigation into Bolt Pharmaceutical and try to scrape up enough evidence for her case. Enough evidence? Didn't they look inside the lab? When the crew got there, the computers had been wiped blank and the rooms cleaned up. Damn it. I knew we should have stayed. How about the bodies? Also gone? Their security must have detected the intrusion and must have also gotten suspicious after those hazmat guys didn't come back. They cleaned up really quickly. It stinks. We should have stayed. No, I think Lee made the right call yesterday. They might have sent a larger force and we would have been outmatched and outgunned. I don't know about you, but I'm more of an investigation specialist, not much of a fighter. I can shoot, but I'm not like a seasoned veteran like Lee. I fired my weapon a few times when I was a Massachusetts state trooper, but you're right. We were in a bad position to fight. On that subject, where is Lee? My unit chief wanted me to bring in Lee so he could answer a few questions. I told Lee and he said he'd much rather not, as he'd been enjoying his newfound anonymity. Besides, a strong old soldier like Lee, are you kidding me? How can I bring him in? I'm gonna tell my unit chief that he slipped away in the night. Fair enough. What really happened? The man saved my life. I respect him way too much to ask him to come in. This morning he and I had breakfast and he left soon after. I agreed to cover up him. We shook hands and he went on his way. Who knows what adventures lie next for him. What about us? Are we going back to the lab to investigate more? Unfortunately, I've been taken off the case. I've been moved to another one. They want me to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma to look into this old Clyde character. They want me to see if he has any relation to the case in Walleye Head. What about me? I'm sorry, Sarah, but since I'm off the case, that means you're off the case too. I'm flying to Oklahoma tonight. We can go to the airport together, and I've been instructed to buy your ticket back to Virginia for you. This really stinks. I can't believe you're just fine to be taken off the case. It happens more often than you think. You have to remember that it was Agent West who was the senior agent, not me. They want to put someone more experienced on it now. I'm sorry, Sarah. I guess I have no choice. Shall we go to the car? Yeah, security detail is gonna meet up at the convenience store. Sorry, meet us. They should be there by now. Well, there's the security detail. Thanks for walking me to my car. What? I wasn't born yesterday. I know you still want to stay on this case and finish it. I know flying you to Virginia isn't going to stop you working on this case. Lee gave me this note to give to you. It's for your eyes only. Open it later. It will tell you where you can find him. There's still work to be done. Badass, I don't know what to say. I'll see you around, Sarah. Any national BBQ or pizza-related competition, and you know I'm there. Goodbye, Special Agent Valdez. Take care, Detective Fitzgerald. Letter from Lee added to inventory. All these men coming and going out of my life. And Mark Phil being suspicious. Alright, check. Letter from Lee. Due east of the convenience store, there is a small village by the lake. There is more work to be done. To do. Find me there. Store. Oh, so like this east. I was gonna go on the road, but I guess not. Go on the sidewalk, Nina. Be responsible. You couldn't have, like, dropped me off a little bit down the road. Old Seahorse Seafood Restaurant. Ooh, now I'm curious. What does seahorse taste like? Has anyone eaten a seahorse? Due east of the convenience store, there's a small village by the lake. Okay, somewhere in this small village. And now I can't stop thinking about a seahorse. Because I'm like, what, is it crunchy? Is it like a chicken wing? They have bones. Ooh, but how tiny are those bones? You know what? Good question. Good question. Seahorse skeleton? Oh, wow! I don't know if that's real or not, but it looks cute. Is it real? Might be fake. You know, like how they do like the fake skeletons? The Not Kmart. You guys don't have Kmart here. What do you guys call it? Target. Where you're like, that animal doesn't have bones. But you're like, it looks cool. Specimen of the week. Seahorse skeleton. I think this is accurate. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, how would you eat this? Yeah, you'd have to, like, eat its tummy. Special Agent Valdez gave it to me. He told me about you and the FBI. It's a shame he was moved to another case. Valdez is a good man. I don't blame him for taking the easy way out. Also, can you eat a seahorse? Oh, it is safe to eat seahorse, though most Americans do not do it. In other parts of the world where the animal is more plentiful, seahorse is considered a treat. Most people who try it are not overly impressed by the flavor, considering there is not much meat and almost no nutritional value. Now I need to go eat a seahorse. Don't you understand what's happening? A very powerful person was about to be exposed by his investigation, decided to pull strings to have him reassigned. Bolt? Perhaps. Or maybe somebody even more powerful. Is Valdez in danger? We should warn him. You saw what happened to Agent West, right? He'll be fine. Valdez is a smart man. He knows how the game goes. The game? Valdez is a good agent, but more importantly, he's a good tin soldier. He takes orders from above without question. Look to his transfer to this other case as an example. He didn't fight his unit chief on it at all. He was happy for the case to be handed to someone else. He knows as long as he does that, he'll never be in any real danger. Besides, he has a wide network of contacts of his own. He knows if he's wanted what to do to no longer be wanted. For example, look at this silly little mission they've sent him on. They sent him to Tulsa to follow a lead on 2 missing village fish packers from North Carolina. An FBI agent on a missing persons case? Are you kidding me? They'll fly him all the way to Oklahoma, put him in a hotel for 3 days, and even cover his food. All for a case that will not be solved thanks to his trip there. If that isn't misuse of bureau money, then I don't know what is. So Valdez will be fine. I've put it this way. The copious amount of barbecue and pizza that boy consumes is a greater risk to his life than any of the scenarios you're imagining. I can believe that. So what's our next step concerning the case? As you heard, the computers at the secret lab were wiped clean before the new FBI team got there, so we don't have enough evidence. Something's happening. To make a compelling case anymore. How about the photos Valdez and I took? You mean the photos you two took after illegally breaking into a private facility? Yeah, Bolt's lawyers will shred that in 2 seconds. We need those files to make a convincing case so we can finally see justice for all those victims. Any ideas? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I have an informant who I have doing some undercover recon. She has yielded some highly useful information. As a matter of fact, you've met her before. Really? Who is it? Sky Davidson. Let's go, Sky. She came to me thirsty for justice after what had been done to her friend Rebecca Olson. She told me we are to meet her at her secret hideout today, as she has some very important information for us. Where is your secret hideout? It's an old abandoned house northwest of this lake. Let's go. We have to meet her before noon. She's got class. It's just up here at the end of this path. It's a nice old house from the 50s. Sky found it a couple of weeks ago, and we use it to discuss the case. And no one else comes here? I can't stop thinking about the seahorse thing, because my brain just keeps going, be like, oh, I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse. And then what if you just pull out a little seahorse? I'm like, here you go, horse. Lee, look at that broken glass and blood. Did the house always look like this? Uh-oh. I see the holes. No. Damn it, Sky. Where are you, Sky? We need to go in. Fine, Sky Davidson. We should save, just in case, because you never know. Is the furniture normally thrown around like this? You're not helping. No, not at all. Sky and I fixed this place up so we could stay here a while. Clearly, something happened. We need to find Sky. I hear some noises. I'm gonna go see if there's someone out back. Can you check to see if there's anyone in the living room in the front? Isn't it a bad idea to split up? Mr. Gentleman with a gun? Walk quietly and check your corners. If you see anyone, do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Just find me and I'll handle it. Okay, I like to minimize the use of my firearm anyway, especially since I'm, strictly speaking, not on the job. Just going out the back doors. Okay. So see somebody. Just turn around, I guess. Huh? There's so many of them. I'll turn around finally and see what he thinks we should do. Yeah. Oh, damn, Lee! Sorry, I can't go around the blood. How did... There were so many of them. I'm an army ranger with over 30 years of experience. They were just punks trying to be tough with guns. Well, they're all dead. I take it you had no choice? We need to find Sky. That's... How many bodies now you've killed? Oh, Sky... I am sad. Lee, I'm so sorry. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. He leadeth me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I changed it. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. I don't know how. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That was beautiful. Is it from the Bible? Yes, it is. How many must die? How many to keep this corporation's evil secrets? All the students, Deputy Hill, Agent West, and now Sky. I swear that I shall avenge all these awful deaths. I swear it. Her body is full of gunshot wounds and bullets. We should bring her to. We haven't the time. We haven't the time, damn it. I'm so sorry, Sky. I should have never let you get involved. Why did you? She kept coming to me with more and more information. She investigated, or she would investigate and infiltrate. It's thanks to her I was able to find out so much about Professor Conway and Bolt Pharmaceutical. She was adamant and zealous. She would stop at nothing to see justice be done for her fallen friends. I kept telling her to not go any deeper, but I couldn't stop her. She even tracked me down and found my secret cabin. I really judged her wrong. Sky, you really put up one hell of a fight. I'm proud of you. Don't worry, Sky. I'll be back and I'll give you a proper burial. What about her family? She had none. She was an orphan. Oh. Her friends in college were all she had. You must have been like a father figure to her. I guess. Oh, look, she has a key on her. It must lead somewhere. Let's go downstairs and find out what. Bye, Sky. Weird that I can walk over holes, but not blood. Like, I can't walk over this. But I can walk over that. For this? I don't know what the key is for. This house has been abandoned for nearly 50 years. I'm sorry? I'm guessing there's something upstairs that I was supposed to unlock? Didn't really see anything, so... Can't go that way. She set up a barrier to fight behind. Looks like she really went down fighting. Oh. Set up a barrier. I've seen that a lot, but I'm just trying to see where this mystery box thing is. Barrier. Bullet holes. Anything in there? A small med kit. Spare magazine of bullets. I taught her well. Okay, so where does this key go, supposedly? Okay, so if it's not this, and it's not that, and it's not anything in this wall, right? Set a barrier. Set a barrier. Then what is the key for? Kill. No time to admire the corpse, Sarah. I'm just trying to figure out where this key goes. I tried to leave and he was like, no, we gotta do it. Use the key. 1 second. I don't know if this is the answer. I don't know if this is the answer, but I just saw them walk over here and found a letter. Dear Lee, looks like they've been tailing me. They found my hiding spot and have surrounded the house. I've been able to fight them off with the revolver and shotgun you gave me, but I think they've worked out that I'm alone. I can hear them planning to rush me. I won't go down easy and plan to take a few of them down with me. Sorry I couldn't be there at the end. I've been telling Bolt Pharmaceuticals head of security. It seems they change the password to the mainframe every day. Every morning a riddle is delivered to a secret mailbox in his house. If you can find the answer, it unlocks a 4-digit PIN that gives you access to all the company's files. Use this information well. It seems as though it has cost me my life. See that justice is done for me and all my friends that have fallen. Sky Davidson. Can I leave now that I've found this letter? Now I can leave after I found that letter. We are supposedly still 30-ish, 35 minutes. If I'm smart like this person. Which isn't bad. It gives me time to edit. Head of security residence. Love it. Do I head south? Do I head north? Kind of just stopped in the middle of the street. Okay. What the hell are you doing, Sarah? Trying to remain incognito, says the man who parked his car in front of his house. I think it's a security box Sky mentioned in her note. I'm guessing the head of security is the only key to it. Let's look around. I might find another way to open it. Rock. It's all rock. I'm curious what this monster's gonna look like, because the way they described it, I don't know if the person who made this has, like, a sprite for it, you know? But I'm curious. Flashlight might be useful. Find a way past the fence. Toothbrush? Looks like it's a pair of bolt cutters. They're broken, though. Broken, though. The screw in the middle is missing. They'll still be useful. Let's try to fix them. Bolt cutters head. It's locked. Just, I want to make sure it's not like a dirt or anything. This isn't like secretly something. That's weird. It's something. Okay. I don't know why we go under it. So I know he said I need a screw, but... Tell me this ranger can't, like, MacGyver these things together? He's got something in his truck. Look, there's a key under the flower pot. I mean, keys under the flower pot. What an amateur move. Shh. Shh. It's not wrong. Almost every human does it. I'm sorry, is this not the key? Let's look under a way to find it open. Yeah, this key? Do I have to go inside? Oh, maybe it's for the locked door. Maybe it's for the locked door. 1 second. Oops, sorry. Thinking in my head again. Thinking about work. Let's try the key. Huzzah! Sweet, found a screw. Sure. A little light bulb. Okay, do I have to physically put it together? Okay. Okay, perfect. That flashlight with the flashlight, we go down the hall. Hole cut with bolt cutters. The bulb on the flashlight's burnt out. It's bound to be around here somewhere. Wouldn't you know it? Will this bulb fit in the flashlight? Well done, Sarah. Don't even worry about it, Lee. I'm a detective. Ooh. I'm not scared. You're scared. Is that a crowbar? Heck yeah. About to be real subtle in front of his house. Totally incognito, parked in front of your house, just skulking back and forth with the crowbar. Back and forth. I don't know why English is escaping me today. Clever fashion, but I guess this works. Go ahead, read the note. It says, March to the sea. Sounds familiar, but I can't quite remember. You can go to the Hawthorne County Library and try to do some research there. But if you think you can already work out the 4-number pin, then we shouldn't waste our time. Do you think you know it? March to the sea? Is it like 5, 2, 3? 3? You know, like number of letters? March to the sea? Or is there an actual song called March to the Sea? I'm gonna say no. I don't know. Let's see what this librarian wants. Different librarian? Oh, see, this is a nice library. Welcome to the Hawthorne County Library. Can I help you? Hi, we're doing some research and came across a rather unusual phrase. I was wondering if you could help us. Sounds like fun? Sure, why not? Does the phrase March to the Sea ring any bells? Let me think. I think it has something to do with the Civil War. Military history can be found upstairs to my left. See, I wouldn't. Left where? Pride and Prejudice? Harmony Eye? Wait, she said to her left. Sorry, that's my left. March to this. I'm guessing it's a battle? Caesar. On War. Art of War. Good book. Great. Gettysburg. Ratio. Battle. Romance. Henry. Prince. Scipio. Christina. You know, I kind of want to read all these books. Same fun. Plus, history, right? Great. Star Wars. Who the hell put that here? Austerlitz. Gabriela Schlung. Sherman's March of the Sea, 1864. Guess we have our 4-digit pin, 1864. I hope you have a good memory. Please, it's just 4 numbers. 1864. How hard could it be to remember that? Huh? How hard could it be, Nina, to remember 1864? All I know is at the back of my day, we took notes on paper. It's easy. I won't forget. Fine, just don't come crying to me if you forgot the number when we get there. 1864. The game got a little meta. Just a little bit meta there. You're like, okay. Okay. You think you can remember. Here we go. Let's just type in and see what we get. Get these files. Pin accepted. Welcome, Mr. Elberg. Loading. Error detected. What the? Manual override requested. Where? Who? I don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of going. Is this another maze? God, it is. God. Ugh. Okay. How do I know what to set it as? I'm guessing here. Feels weird and wrong to just be clicking. There's a lot of these on. Let's leave this room real quick, because... yeah. Athena. Power regulator, don't touch that. Can we reset the system by shutting down the power? That would override it, right? That whoopled? That whoopled? Would? Also knock out the lights and the ventilation. Who knows, it might even trigger the alarm system. I don't think it would. Like, if the power goes out, you really want a secret base to go... wah, wah, wah. Zeus? Okay, so we got Rika. Poseidon? Are these rooms that are... yep, these are rooms that all have that as a vibe. Okay. So from here, how do I figure out what I need to do? The game was like super meta, and now they're like... can't touch the computer. Alright, manual override instructions. Thank God we're back. Add it to inventory. Let's get this override happening. Alright, what do I gotta do? Turns to the pages. Jesus. Okay. What? Busting out paper. Okay, so... alright, so Athena pretty much has blue, red, 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 blue, blue, red, blue, fourth green, first, second, third green. So I'll be doing that. It's probably gonna take me a while to do all 4. So go get a snack, go get a drink, Go watch a music video.
We will be here for a minute. I can't think of anything witty to say as we
Cruise these hallways. Except cruising. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, I'm trying to think. Do I have any funny life stories? The answer would be no, because I don't remember my childhood. I get like bits and pieces. So, but nothing like,
Oh my god, when I was a kid, I did this.
no, I don't got none of that. No, yeah, usually whenever the memories pop up, is something extreme or something somebody says, usually I just roll with it. So I'm like, there,
It's a record of it somewhere, because I know eventually I'll forget it again. So,
just expel it out into the wilderness. This is the 5th one, so we gotta turn this off. I kind of turned everything on. I don't know. Almost got squished by a ladder when I was a kid. I was playing around it, so it's half on me. But I do remember playing around the ladder, and it was like leaned up against the wall, and like my feet like touched the bottom of it, so like it went perfectly straight. And I remember feeling it and looking and being like, huh? What was that? And turning around and just seeing this ladder just kind of standing there, and then very ever slowly just coming at me, and I was like, and then I rolled out of the way, and then it landed. I was like, oh,
I almost got smushed by a ladder, and I'm all by myself. That could have been bad.
so I don't know. I guess that's a funny story. Anyway. What other weird random facts? Oh. Oh, I'm missing out on the party at the end of this month because it's on a Saturday. So any of my Austin people, if they're gonna go, I envy you. Is it really 1, 2, 3? Let me check.
Checking my manual.
Aha, 4. I was like, 3 felt weird. I remember there being, yeah, 1, 2, 4. Alright. Let's see, this is the 5. 4. Small part of me was curious if I could just play some like music, or if it would just completely override everything. So I know whenever I do play songs with voice mod, it kind of comes out of both. Like it comes out of my headphones and out of the voice mod, which is attached to the microphone, which is why sometimes you hear a double echo. So that's why I always have to mute myself, but let it play through the headphones. Self-learning protocols overridden. So does that mean the computer's fixed? Or do I have to override all 4 gods?
Let's go find out. Also, let's save so I don't have to do this again.
I don't know, whenever games are this calm, where it's like, it's a lot of walking, I'm like, careful, Nina. It might become an AMA session. I'm like, gasp. Okay, so we have to go do it with all 4. Darn it!
Who's next?
Demeter? She is lovely, by the way, in Hades. Alright. So, Demeter is blue, red, blue, red, blue, blue, red, red. 1, 4, 1, 5. So what section is this? It is the bottom? Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. It is the bottom. It's not the first one. What if this is the top one? Ooh, this might be the top. Well, they both have 1. Neither have 2. I'm hoping this is the bottom. Wait. This is the bottom. No. Let me just find out this is the bottom or the top, because that's 3. This is 4. This is 5. I feel like makes this the bottom. It's the bottom. Okay, so you are blue, blue, red, red. So you're the top, and this is 5, 4, 1. A little surprised they didn't decide to do 2. Making sure. Yeah? No? That's the vibe they want. Thought they'd do like a 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 vibe. Give it to class. Cass as a plate for the odd beef. Shoved it somewhere. 4. Yes. Good eye. Me? It's 3? Could be wrong. Alright, let's look at our other bad boys. Poseidon. Actually write it down because I have a feeling things are switched. Alright, so blue, red, blue, red, blue. 3, 4, 1, 5. Zeus. Don't mind my keys, they're a little all over the place. Zeus is red, red, blue, 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 red, blue. It's 3, 5, 2. Alright, more walking. Alright, so Zeus. Ah! Alright, Zeusy boy. Leave. Bottom. You know, better to just have one messed up than all. Yes. Blue, red, blue. I'm wondering why it took so long for that person's video. Maybe they just had to do this as well. And it's like, oh, there's 30 more minutes of content. It's like, nah, it's just walking. Just a lot of walking. So this is 5. Theo. Can you imagine if you didn't actually have the manual instruction override book? It's so long to try to do this variable by variable. 1, 2.
offbeat. I'm trying to, like, shimmy with the stuff. It's not happening. I am offbeat. This is probably why I got 0 in karaoke. I'm also just hella shy, so I honestly could have just not been, singing loud enough into the karaoke mic. I barely heard me. Top. This is top 3, 4. Okay, I think there was a duo, and I believe they got like 80 something. Got a ridiculous high score, and it was Backstreet Boys that they were singing. And you know what? That's the only song that scored that high that night. Everyone else, me included, we were all getting 20s and 30s. We were just like, what's going on? Why is it that the first song we got 80? We did great. And then just no one else could even get close to that. It's pretty comical. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun. Blue. Blue. You know what? I think when I go home, I'm gonna ask my mom if we can go to a karaoke bar. Not like bar, but you know, like those karaoke rooms. Because maybe it's just the fact that I was singing in front of strangers. Where I was like, eh. What was it? The singing, Call Me Maybe. Thought I did pretty good on, because I know the words decently well. Yeah, my karaoke was like 0. Why? But, you know, it might be fun to take my mom to a little karaoke room. I don't think I've actually ever heard my mom sing. We're not a very, I don't want to say musical household, because I'm like, we kind of were, but not in the traditional sense. Like, my mom played the piano. Y'all know that. She fudged out the piano. She put my sisters in the piano. I somehow escaped that. I was spared. And I did try to learn the trumpet, and the harmonica, and the piano. I'm mediocre at all 3. Oh, did I do it wrong? Did I accidentally tap the 2? No, 1, 3, 5, and then 3, 4. Oh. No, I'm looking at Poseidon. 1, 3, 5. Yeah, because 1, 3. Where did I mess up? Did I zone out too much? Did I hit 4 instead of 5? No, 4, 5. And then top is 3, 4. Maybe I did 3, 4 wrong. But, yeah, no, the only time I've ever heard my mom sing, besides, like, Happy Birthdays, was actually a video that someone took of her singing, you know, 99 Luftballons. German version. She crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. This is 4, right? Which means this is supposed to be 3. Oh. I see my mistake. Huh. Poseidon. Yeah, the top one, 3, 4. Bottom, 1, 3, 5. And then blue, red, blue, blue. Red, blue, red, blue. Yeah. So I have written down. So, check. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah. 2. 3 is on. And then these 3 and 4 should be on. 5 is on. This should not be on. There we go. I turned 5 on. Nice! Back to the computer. Quickly save so you don't have to... But yeah, I think I want to go hear my mom sing. Because, you know, it's... As an adult, you're just like, oh, she was a whole-ass human before I came out of her. And even though I'm going there for my birthday, you know, it'd be nice to, like, learn more about my mom. Because I don't know anything about her. She is tight-lipped. Well, I should say this. She is an open book. It's just I've never opened it. If that makes sense. Because, like, if you ask her a question, you know, about her past, she'll answer, much like me. But she's not, like, forthcoming with it. Or, like, if she's reminded, she'll say it. You know, like how you see, like, the American families, where they're like, oh, I remember when I was 16, I did X, Y, Z. Like, she doesn't just give stories of her life. It's just... This text appears on the screen. Meet me at the Lonely Pines Lake Lakeside Resort. It's here. Do we have a plan? How may I be of assistance to you? We're here to see Franklin Bolt. Ah, wonderful. Mr. Bolt has been expecting you. He is in the cigar room. The door on the left will lead you there. Trap. That'd be funny if we could go in that door. Ooh. Ah, Detective Fitzgerald. Colonel Davis, you're right on time. Right on time. You were expecting us? Of course. Actually, I was expecting you a lot sooner, but oh well. Do you know what we're here for? Yes, you're here to interrogate me, then arrest me. Wait, how do you know that? Detective, Colonel, please have a seat and I'll explain everything. Please do. This is highly irregular. Lee? He's unarmed and doesn't seem to be trying to escape. Escape? Why would I? It's been so much effort getting you here. Getting us here? Yes, I had to leave quite the trail of breadcrumbs just so you would investigate the matter and see everything for what it is. And eventually make your way to me. I know from what it looks like I'm the big bad villain of this story, but perhaps if you could listen for a while, you may realize it's not all black and white. Villains rarely start off as villains, Miss Fitzgerald. More often than not, they start out thinking that what they do is somehow improving the world. Oh, I guess. Oh, you're warm. Then along the way, bad decisions are made with the best of intentions, but often with the worst logic behind them. I realized one day that I was no longer the hero of the story. I realized that what was being done wasn't improving the world. Get to the point, Bolt. You see, it all started in the early 2000s. Get to the point. Okay, it started in the 2000s. At the time, I was a young investment banker in Wall Street, making my first millions, and my younger brother had just finished college. I insisted he join me in New York as I wanted to take him under my wing and teach him how to make money. Initially, he seemed interested, and then the Twin Towers were destroyed. And all my brother could talk about was joining up. This game came out, what, 2016? Okay. And bringing the war to them. He joined the U.S. Army and was commissioned as a lieutenant. When the U.S. declared war on Iraq, my brother's unit was one of the first to go into action, the 3rd Ranger Battalion. Desert Shield? Right? So was Shield then Storm? Or I feel like there was one more before Shield. Wait, that's my unit. Bolt? Bolt? Bolt! Is it all coming back to you, Colonel Davis? Your brother was Lieutenant Logan Bolt. So you know how the story goes then. Yes, it was 2004, right after Iraqi insurgents killed those contractors in Fallujah. Lieutenant Bolt was second in command of a small platoon on a recon mission. His unit was spotted in ambush, but they fought hard and were able to break through the ambush and escape through a narrow back street. Once the surviving platoon members made it past the back street, Lieutenant Bolt noticed that the insurgents were hot on their trail. He stayed back and took advantage of the bottleneck in the street to hold off the insurgents. He successfully bought enough time for his platoon to escape, but paid the ultimate price. Your brother was true. Was true a hero? Was a true hero? I'm sorry I couldn't make the funeral. I know. You were the one that signed his letter of condolence.
Anyway, as you can imagine, the news was devastated me. Here I was, a successful businessman in the toughest city in the world, making it big, and I thought I was untouchable. Then this happened, and it destroyed me. I flew to Wichita Falls to pick up my brother's body, and whom do I meet there? A young biochemist by the name of Lars Conway, whose brother served in the same unit as mine, and also shared in the same tragic fate. He spoke bitterly about how the US government was choosing not to invest in his research, and how if he had things his way, this tragedy wouldn't have happened. What does this have to do with the giant, tall, white, furry creature? Conway was one of belief that his research in biochemistry could lead to genetically enhanced super soldiers that could serve as the bulk of the infantry for the more grueling missions. He believed that the government was all too happy to sacrifice the lives of its young soldiers to serve their own needs. Swayed by the tragedy of my brother's passing and by the fire in Conway's eyes, I was convinced to set up our own private corporation that would research a way to make these super soldiers so that no one else would have to know the grief that we knew. I'm so excited. I want to see this wrap up somehow. We created a pharmaceutical corporation, and Conway agreed to develop money-making pharmaceuticals to help generate income for the company. In turn, I would helm the company to success and would divert 30% of all revenue towards his research projects. It all started out rather well, and for the first 3 years we made a lot of money, and Conway was making leaps and bounds in his research. Then the financial crisis hit in 2008, and the company began losing money. Anyway, with the company in such dire straits, we had to look into selling share to other corporations to stay alive. Unfortunately, we had no serious bids, and it looked like we were going to file for bankruptcy. Then, Conway found an investor out of nowhere, a certain Matteo Spinola, the Mafia. The head of the Spinola family! Exactly. So I took it as a sign to leave, and I sold all my shares to Matteo Spinola and resigned as CEO of Bolt Pharmaceuticals. What? Why? Oh, this guy wants to buy my company? I'll sell everything. You could just sell some. Just some of it to keep your company afloat. But it doesn't end there, does it? If only it did. A year after operating under Spinola control, the company is yet again on the verge of bankruptcy, and I get a call from Conway pleading that I return as CEO to bring the company back and in turn keep his research alive. So I went back. Why? You must remember that I created this company and ran it for 5 years. I knew a lot of the people that worked for me, and in this economic climate, they would be hard-pressed to find other work. So I went back, but when I returned, I saw that the corporation had changed. Matteo Spinola had approved a certain type of research program that I had vehemently opposed during my tenure as CEO, and Conway was all too glad to cooperate. Initially, I wanted to blow the whistle, and I teamed up with one of Spinola's head fund managers to blow the lid off the entire operation. Connor Friedman. Unfortunately, Spinola's men got to him and killed him. I realized that Matteo Spinola was too why does he keep saying his full name? Was too powerful and knew too many influential people, and that no one would believe my claims about him. After all, why would I destroy the very company I birthed? Everyone would be convinced I was a fool and a madman. No one would believe me. I had to get a detective untainted by his tentacles of corruption, and so I made a call to the High Commissioner and had him pass the case down to you guys. So were you involved with the disappearance of the college kids? No. Spinola and Conway are behind that too. They needed young and healthy test subjects to test the new serum on. Those college students were the lab rats. Conway knew Rebecca Olson and her boyfriend used recreational drugs, so he swapped their supply with samples of his new serum that he made to look like drugs they were taking. He knew she would share her drugs with her sorority and was observing at the time. When the drugs had their adverse effect, he went in, using a copy of her key that he had, and planted evidence to make it look like a murder. Why would he target a group of football players? Oh, why wouldn't he target a group of football players instead? Wouldn't they be more similar to soldiers in terms of physical type? The serum works very poorly in conjunction with performance-enhancing drugs. Conway needed cleaner and healthier subjects, and since those girls were doing modeling work, he assumed that they generally ate healthily and exercised. Oh, Conway! Oh! He assumed they were healthy. You know a lot of models have eating disorders, right? Look, you don't seem like a bad guy, but I can't help but suspect your motives for revealing all this. Also, if you were trying to feed us information, then explain the men in the hazmat suits that were intending to kill Detective Fitzgerald and Agent Valdez. Spinola's men. Ever since the immoral experimentation program began, Mateo Spinola placed armed guards on all the research laboratories. When I saw Detective Fitzgerald and Agent Valdez leave my company's HQ, I sent a false order to the guards to remove them for the night. Unfortunately, I didn't think they'd take so long in there and didn't account for the new morning guards. Wait, you saw us leave and come in? Didn't you wonder why no one stopped you? Besides, whom do you think conveniently sent those letters to Conway knowing he was out on a speaking tour? I see. Take this flash drive. Inside are all the documented cases for all the illegal experiments that Conway has been running. There are videos, photos, the whole stinking lot. With all this, you'll be able to put Spinola and Conway behind bars and shut down Bolt Pharmaceutical once and for all. What's in it for you? You're being very generous with all this information. I'm suspicious as to why you're so keen to betray your friend Conway. Yes, Conway and I were once friends, but I now see him for the monster he truly is. The fact that he would stoop to dealing with the likes of Spinola disgusts me. Colonel, a man reaches a point when he can no longer lie to himself, when he knows that he cannot tolerate the injustice he sees in his very eyes. That moment has come to me. If my brother were alive today, he would agree on this course of action. Uh-oh. Terribly sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Bolt, but Inspector Walsingham has arrived. Just in time. Let him in. Sir? Is this Mark/Phil? Hey! Looks like I arrived just in time. Phil, what are you doing here? Phil, I thought you were Inspector Mark Walsingham of MI6. What? Sarah, I'll explain everything in due time, but for now we have to get out of here. What are you talking about? Mr. Bolt, my contact in Munich has just informed me that he and his men have successfully arrested Professor Lars Conway as he was giving a talk at the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. Thank God, this madness will finally come to an end. Unfortunately, Mateo Spinola has caught wind of our plans and is sending men over to kill you as we speak. We must leave now. Okay then, Ferguson, ready my car. Actually, we can't leave from the front. Spinola's men will be coming in through there. There's a rear exit into the lakeside area right behind me. Assuming you mean that door. Excellent, let's go. We'll be setting ducks in such an open area. I say we dig in and fight from here. That won't be necessary. I've stationed 2 of my people outside. We'll be covered. 2 men? Is that it? Are you nuts? Spinola's gonna send at least 20 here to kill me. Please don't underestimate my people. They'll have no problems making mincemeat out of Spinola's thugs. Besides, they brought along their big toys. I'll go outside and help your men fight them off. Thank you ever so much, Colonel. I know with your special abilities. Sorry, what? 20 men hardly constitutes a challenge. For that reason, I'd prefer to have you with us in case we encounter an unpleasant surprise. Unpleasant surprise, huh? I sure do love how you British love to understate things. Come on, let's go. Wait. Did you just reveal that he's got superpowers? What? Okay. Let's save real quick, because I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know. Let's skedaddle. I love that we're taking Ferguson with us. Come on, Ferguson! You're following the path. It's the smartest move. Okay, we're far enough. Just keep your eyes peeled. My squad should be around soon. Okay, Phil or Mark or whatever your real name is, you have some explaining to do. Look, Sarah, I know this all looks really bad, but just know that I had no choice. Also, you weren't supposed to be here. There was confusion as my FBI liaison was killed and his goofy associate took things into his own hands. Oh, that's Valdez. What? You were working with Agent West this whole time? Also, don't talk about Valdez that way. Sorry, Sarah, it's just all gone so crazy. Look, all you need to know for now is that my real name is Mark Walsingham and that I'm MI6. British intelligence. Yes, we've been following this case for a while, and when all this came up, we had to act quickly. I flew to Silver Creek Falls under the guise of a transferred Scotland Yard inspector to take a look at things before coordinating with the FBI and assembling my team. I'm sorry for deceiving you, Sarah. I just had to be very careful and couldn't risk being discovered. I'm happy to see that you're okay. Pardon my French, but what in the hell are you Brits doing here? How does this involve you? I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss that. As I suspected. What's gonna happen to Franklin Bolt? He's just standing here like, I'll be taking him into custody. We need him to testify against Spinola and Conway, among other things. Like what? Again? Not at liberty to discuss this. And guess what? I'm taking him into custody. He's related to the crimes in Silver Creek Falls. He's mine. I have more jurisdiction here than you do. I'm sorry, Sarah. This really should have never come to this. Ferguson? Ferguson, what is the meaning of this? Terribly sorry, Sarah. It's been a pleasure serving you, but my loyalty is first and foremost to my queen. What the hell is going on? Stand down, Fitzgerald. It's not worth it. Oh my God. Ferguson. So you started the party without me? Just in time, Sam. Did you two wrap everything up? It was easy. After we finished killing them, we threw the bodies into the resort and set it on fire. Are we sure they're the good guys? Good job. All good here? Any trouble? Not at all. Ferguson, please escort Mr. Bolin to the car. Right away, Captain. Are we sure that they're the good guys? I'm so sorry, Sarah. I do hope to be able to explain everything to you one day. What? 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 Damn it, come on, Lee. Let's get back in the car and pursue them. Let's leave it here, Sarah. What? I can't believe you. I'm gonna head back to Barry Sky. I'd appreciate some help, but if you'd like to go and pursue them, it's fine. I don't understand. Why didn't you do anything? I'm sick and tired of death and killing. Also, we were not in control of that situation. We were outmanned and outgunned. You're like a badass ranger who supposedly could take out 20 people no problem. You couldn't take out a butler with a gun? I guess. I'm going now. Have a safe trip back to Virginia, Detective. Lee, wait! I should get out of the street. I'll help you bury Sky. Okay. Back at my apartment. Thanks for driving me home. You okay? Not really. The whole thing left a really bad taste in my mouth. I know. I feel the same way. Thank you for helping me bury Sky, and I appreciate the kind words you said for her. She was the best drug dealer I ever knew. Don't worry about it. You're a rare gem, Sarah. Your conviction to justice and truth makes you a truly incredible detective and police officer. You're just trying to make me feel better. You know I don't mince my words. Thanks, then. I just wish I could have gone deeper and done more. Tee-hee in there. Diving into the murky waters of the criminal world is not something one does casually. You never come out truly clean. You really lose a piece of yourself as you enter. The deeper you go, the more sullied things get in. Before you know it, you're swimming in a pool of dirt, brass, and blood, all in the name of justice. But to uncover the truth, isn't all this sacrifice the price? What? But to uncover the truth, isn't all this sacrifice the price? Yeah. But is it worth it? Look how many have perished in the pursuit of truth, and at the end, how much did we achieve? At the end, we are not but puppets at another man's bigger game. Phil, remark. Within his machinations and plans, I doubt we are more than pawns with bigger players like the High Commissioner and Franklin Holt, playing as the rook and bishop. It's all a bit depressing, isn't it? My apologies, I didn't mean to discourage you. Always fight for truth and justice, no matter what level of law you're in. All I mean to say is that rising the ranks in law enforcement comes at a high personal cost. What is this? Oh. I see you've had a lot of experience. Army, police, it's different, but similar in so many ways. Here I thought I'd live out a peaceful life in such a small town, but I guess I was wrong. Panama, Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, and now this. I'm so tired of it all. So what's next for you? I think I'll go travel around the country. It's about time I see more of this beautiful country that so many of my competitors died for. Sorry, compatriots, not competitors. For your own safety, I'll keep my exact travel plans to myself. I can get behind that. Thanks. How about you? I'll take tomorrow off and head back into work the next day. Doing my bit to keep this country safe. Maybe I'll hear from Mark one day. He did promise to explain everything to me one day. I wouldn't hold my breath for that. Haha. I'll get going now. Wait, what did Mark mean by special abilities? I'll do you a big favor by not telling you. Goodbye, Detective Fitzgerald. Goodbye, Colonel Davis. See? See? What do you mean we were outmanned and outgunned? It's 3 people. Oh, I just leave? I just leave. Okay, bye. I think Lee's waiting for me to get inside my door. Oh, he's one of those friends. I like those friends. As far as I know, there's only 3 chapters. But I will double check as the credits roll. Oh, I want the game, not the place. Apparently there's an actual place that's similarly named to Silver Creek Falls. They're like, you mean this? I'm like, no, the game, the game. There's the Walsingham Files, Ghost of Hackney Mills. Yeah, there's only 3. Is it Walsingham Files? Is it supposed to be a continuation? No. Yeah, from the makers of the Silver Creek Falls trilogy comes a new episodic mystery adventure game series known as the Walsingham Files. Follow the steps of stalwart detective Sarah Fitzgerald as she tackles a new mind-boggling mystery that keeps you at the edge of your seat at all times. So it isn't related. I said Silver Falls Creeks is a trilogy. Well, I can tell you that chapter 1 for it is 3, but chapter 2 for the files isn't. Chapter 2 is $7. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Are we gonna get another after credit scene thing? Also, this is a really pretty picture. Stay tuned for more. We haven't made more. Maybe they just mean more stories in general. The Belmont Tulsa. Is this me? 'Tis me! Meet up with Agent Kamarova. This is a nice place, but it's built kind of funny. Kamarova, Hatzel, where is Gladys? He's in the bathroom. He'll be back in a second. We can start without him. Professor Chan, I hope your flight was comfortable. It was fine. Thank you for flying me in business class. It's not a problem. Do you have Conway's files? Of course, here you go. Thank you, Winston. You did the right thing. Oksana, what will Moscow think of what you're doing? They'll understand. It's for the greater good. Hans, will Mark be okay with this? He'll understand. I know he will. We need to prepare for the invasion. What now? Yes. We need every trick under our sleeves to protect us against them. Them? Wow, they really just like... There's no chapter 4. So... There you go. It's gonna take a while to edit this. So I guess there we go. We're just gonna call it a day here. Nice little baby stream with all the Silver Creek Fall chapters that I have, because there's no 4. The next thing is technically the Walsingham Files, which came out in 2019, because chapter 3 came out in 2016. So maybe I missed it. I don't know. I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, I will see you guys Friday. Thank you for sticking around. Enjoy the rest of your day. Zoo is Massey.